What is up, everybody? Renfail here, and hopefully you are having a great day. I know I am, and we are diving into my initial review of The Outer Worlds 2. I have crossed the 20 hours played mark, which means it's time for the second in my multi-step review process. The first being the early thoughts video we did right after the first stream. And now that we've had some time to actually sink our teeth into the game, we could talk a little bit more about all the things I've uncovered along the way, starting with this amazing loading screen. Anytime you come back to the game after having, gone away for a break, shut the Xbox off, whatever, when you come back or load up the game on PC or whatever, you're going to be presented with this screen, and then as soon as you hit to continue.
The Order and their presiding bishop seem trustworthy enough. Have you seen their wireless advertising? Nothing's ever new or 110% improved. So honest, it's boring.
So you're always presented with the Moon Man, giving you some sort of clip related to the most recent session of gameplay that you've played. And from here, you get to go ahead and pick up where you left off, start a new game, load a different saved game, or adjust your settings. We're going to dive in right now and talk about the game a little bit. You may see some stuff on screen, like areas and zones, which you've seen before. I'm going to keep this spoiler free, so we shouldn't be revealing anything about the main storyline, apart from if that could be considered a teaser, but I don't think that's a teaser more than any of the trailers they have previously shown have been. So whatever, we're good to go. Let's continue where I left off. So we're a little deeper into the game from the early thoughts video. I've found more companions. We have completed quite a few more quests. I've leveled up quite a few more levels. We've got quite a few more skills under our belt. We've got more perks under our belt. We are here in the middle of Golden Ridge, which is an area outside of, it's part of the second or third planet slash region you get to explore after the first planet. I am currently level 10, I think, or 11. 10. Yeah, or I'm 11. I think I'm 11. Where does it say? Does it say XP to level? Oh, it's right there. I'm level 10. Yeah, there it is. I couldn't see it at the moment. And I am focusing on a speech-based, lockpick-based character who has a little bit. I've got 1 point in guns, 1 point in observation. Right now, my objective is to max out lockpicking and speech, and once I have maxed out locksmithing and speech, lockpicking and speech, I will then be working on guns and observation to continue to flesh out this particular character. The perks I am running so far are Pickpocket, Space Ranger, Sharpshooter, Palm Greaser, Charlatan, and Serial Dabbler. I'm not taking any negative perks with this character because it's my first playthrough. I will deal with negative perks and the weird perks when I get through and do my second playthrough. Mostly I'm focusing on speech-based stuff with this character, as well as anything that can boost my lockpicking, and then tertiary to that are things related to the my shooting. So I'm starting to work on actually taking some more range damage right now. But that's where I'm at right now with this particular character. The next character I'm planning on taking through will end up being a hacker engineer, probably focusing on heavy armor and heavy weapons. This guy is focused on like light and medium armor. I've got a shotgun. I got this badass weapon right here, which I completely love. Here, this thing right here. Here, let's go ahead and get into that view. Just ridiculous, this weapon right here. Can we actually go into the idle camera? Yeah, oops. So this is my character right now. That machine gun is freaking awesome, but I basically have a sniper rifle, the machine gun, and a shotgun is what I'm working on right now. This is not a stealth character. Like I said, this is a speech-based character. So I primarily try to solve everything through diplomacy and fun speech. I only do combat if I have to get involved in combat. I'm using Niles and Valerie as my main companions for the moment, just because I think they work pretty well together. I have unlocked Tristan, and who is the other one I have unlocked? It's not going to show me here. Tristan Inez, I think is her name. Neither of whom really, I mean, they're interesting, but they don't fit this particular character and the way that I'm role playing right now. I like Niles and Valerie because they've been there since the beginning. So I'm sort of doing this with like the first two characters you come across. I'm gonna do sort of like a vanilla playthrough for the moment. We'll see where we go from there. What can I say about the beginning of the game? Um, we talked earlier in the first review about, in terms of the beginning of the game, like the dialogue is snappy, witty, it's hilarious, it's everything from the first game we love to turn up to 11. Something that's really also interesting about this game is like the amount of negative perks that you get from gameplay. So I have earned, and I haven't taken any of them because I don't want to deal with negative perks my first playthrough, but I've come across things like kleptomaniac because I steal everything that's not nailed down. I'm always crouching even though I'm not a stealth-based character, and there's like a perk that I came across which like gives you double the movement speed when you're crouching, but your knees crack because you're always crouched. So if you try to stand up, it makes an audible noise that other NPCs can hear. So you kind of have to stay in your crouch position all the time. There have been just a ton of like funny perks that come out of the gameplay itself. So as you're playing the game, the decisions you're making and the way you're playing your character organically have these negative perks that will show up that you can choose to take if you want to. Um, and it's been a lot of fun going through. Nope. Oh, that's right. I got a plasma pistol recently too that I'm using now just to burn up some ammo. Yeah. One thing I have noticed as I've gotten deeper into the game, I think it was around level, by the time we got to this planet probably. So like let's say level 8, 9. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Because I was putting so many of my early, and I'm on normal mode. By the time I was putting all of my everything into speech and lockpicking, I wasn't taking any combat-related abilities, nor had I really focused on my weapons or my gear. And I got to this planet, and I immediately hit, not a brick wall, but I hit a definite like jump in difficulty where I had to actually take a moment and actually get some good gear, give myself some new weapons. I had to actually pay attention to modding my weapons. I had to actually pay attention to modding my armor. I had to pay attention to, oh my goodness, I'm running out of ammo all the time. Everything suddenly became a bullet sponge. And the reason was because I just don't have any points put into combat related things because I've been mostly focused on conversation stuff. So any of the times I've found like combat in the wilds against like the velociraptor things and the spiders and stuff, it's been quite challenging. That has gotten better over the last couple of levels because I have taken a few perks into sharpshooting and put some points in gun and also modded my weapons and got some better weapons. So that has started to feel a little bit, I'm starting to feel like it's not as bad as it was when I first got here, which shows that there's a definite difficulty curve even on the normal mode where you are expected to pay attention to things like stat food and your bonuses, not stat food, but meaning having food to replenish your health points so that you're not always burning up your, I call it stat food by default because it is in so many other games, but using lots of food to keep yourself topped off so that you don't have to use your inhaler as often as possible. And I'm using Valerie's healing quite a bit to help back me up as well, and the taunt ability that Niles has to sort of keep things off me if at all possible. I try to keep them as far away as possible because as a sharpshooter I do less damage when things are up close, so I prefer to do damage from a distance. I haven't yet hit the point where I feel like I need to drop the difficulty down to easy mode, but I might if things continue to be as bullet spongy as they have been. And if I can't sort that out through mods and weapons and stuff, I'm probably going to jump the difficulty down, or bump the difficulty down, I should say, because I just don't like to play games when it's like everything feels like it's taking 50 bullets to take down. Like, that just doesn't feel very fun to me. And that's one of the things I really love about having a game with adjustable difficulty and accessibility options where you can tweak all these settings to get the gameplay experience that you're looking for. I'm mostly here for story, not for the combat. So, yeah, that part of it, like I said, they're feeling a little spongy when I got here. They're feeling a little less spongy now because I put points towards things. So I'm going to see how it feels in a few more levels after I put some more points into guns and gotten more mods and weapons and things of that nature before I make that decision. But overall, I have zero bad things to say. This is everything I wanted out of the Outer Worlds 2. Obsidian knocked this out of the park. I am having an absolute blast, and I hope you are having a blast as well if you're playing early access right now, or if you're getting ready to start the game when it hits general launch. Oh my god, you're in for a treat. If you want more on this topic from me, check out the playlist below, which has guides, the playthroughs, tips and tricks, and more. This is the day job. I play a lot of games, so hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Daily streams, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick every single morning at 4:30 a.m. Central. See you next time, everybody. Stay safe. Happy gaming.